very funny Leanne Morgan here with us this morning. You grew up a little north, I guess, of Music City here in Nashville. You have some famous friends and a big fan of country music, right?
Big fan of country music. I was raised 35 miles from here in this little country town, and I would go to, when there was a service merchandise, and there would be famous wrestlers there, and then I'd go to Rivergate Mall, and I saw Porter Wagner.
Wow.
And I shared ice cream with him, which I look back on that and I was 15 and that was odd. And then I would see the Mandrell sisters at Dillard's buying their underwear.
Really?
And they were beautiful and sweet.
I'm glad you brought up underwear because you've talked about your tiny little hateful panties in your comedy routine. And so, and because you're from Music City, we've got a few names here in the bag and some panties attached. And I thought, well, we'll pull out these tiny little hateful panties and you'll tell us a little story about each of these people. Okay.
Okay, these...
Reba, how about Reba?
Little Reba, I met little Reba at a after party. Her little fanny, tiny. She is a tiny, kept her weight down. She's in show business. You can tell she doesn't eat white flour and sugar. And that little thing's fanny was tiny. I really think these would be too big for Reba. I'm not kidding. When I first saw these, I thought, who is committing sin in these? But Reba, really and truly, I think that's too big for little Reba's fanny.
All right.
Morgan Wallen.
Oh.
I bet Morgan Wallen has a lot of female people throwing these at his precious little mullet head. Okay, let me tell you this story about little Morgan Wallen. Okay. I did a show with him before he hit it big, and he told me he was mowing yards. And we were in the back eating cheese, and I sat in a green room, and I thought to myself, not that I didn't think he was talented, but I thought country music is so hard to break into. I thought that little thing needs to buy a zero turn and keep mowing because this is too hard. And then he blew up and is the biggest name in country music. Yeah. And also, he took my middle child on 2 dates. Chipotle was one of them.
Wow. Wow, Chipotle. Who knew he was such a big spender?
I know. He's a doll, though, and he's got the Holy Spirit. Johnny Cash and June. Oh, my goodness.
Those are
Cow
fun.
print.
Those are fun.
And that makes sense. Okay, I saw, don't you know, because they loved each other.
Yeah.
That little June wore cute panties for Johnny. Okay, and also, I saw them when I was growing up at Sherwin-Williams. They both had on fur coats, and they were buying paint. I know. That was the fun thing about growing up outside of here.
Yeah.
You would see people like that, these unbelievable, iconic people, at Sherwin-Williams. But as a little bitty child, knowing I wanted to be in show business, I would see them, and I would go, there's something about them. It's going to be me. It's going to be me. I'm like them.
Really?
I know. And then I got to thinking, am I crazy? Should I be thinking this? Am I like one of those little children on American Idol that thinks they can sing? And it didn't blow up until 2019 in my mid-50s.
Right. That's a great story for anybody who's like trying to find their way, though, and thinks, oh, I'm a failure for whatever reason, but I'll work my way through it, and look at it. You can be...
Never give up.
Never give up.
It's never too late.
Did we go through all the
that.
panties?
We went through all these tiny little panties, and I hope y'all don't expect me to put these on.
We do. Coming right up. Back to the countdown now.